Thank you, and welcome to the Supervisor of Elections Office, Leon County's Orientation and Information Presentation for the 2016 election season. First, let me tell you a little bit about the Supervisor of Elections Office. The Honorable Ian Sancho has served as an elected Supervisor of Election in Leon County, Florida since 1989. He has been a proponent for verifiable election technology and has established Leon County as one of the highest turnout jurisdictions in Florida. In 2000, he was appointed by the Florida Supreme Court as the technical advisor to the Florida recount. In 2006, he allowed non-vendor sanctions tests on voting equipment, as shown in the HBO documentary Hacking Democracy. His experience and love of the electoral process has made him a much sought-after speaker, both locally and nationally. He is one of 4 out of 67 county supervisors statewide that maintain no party affiliation. This presentation will cover important materials, what jobs are available on Election Day in a polling location, what your responsibilities would be, and of course, how much you will get paid. But first, why we do what we do is very important because we are part of the democratic process. As an election worker, you're able to serve your community and provide a valuable civic duty. You will be safeguarding the democratic process and earning money for your time and effort. But most of all, you become an election worker to become part of something bigger and love doing it. And who are election workers? Well, you must be a registered voter, and you also must complete election worker training classes. You must like working with the public. This is very important. Voters in Leon County deserve the very best voter service we can provide. It can be a long day, so you must be able to work a 14 to 15-hour day from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. Please be able to read and write English and feel comfortable doing simple math and using computers. You have several responsibilities as an election worker. You must attend a scheduled training class to help you prepare for your day. Arrive at your assigned polling location on time. You must be there by 6 a.m. And ask what you don't know. There's no such thing as a silly question. Respect your voters and your team members. And most of all, do your part to ensure fair elections. This means you must do your best to adhere to what you've learned in class and work with your clerk to assure that voters in Leon County are treated fairly and with respect. So what is an election day like? You will report to your assigned location at 6 a.m. and there you'll help set up the location and set out supplies. During the day, you'll work with your voters and your team, and at the end of the election, help clean up and complete the paperwork. You are part of a great team, and you must stay until everything is done, but most of all, we want you to have a great day. There are several team member positions on Election Day, and don't worry, you won't need to pick one right now. In a polling location on Election Day, there is a clerk, 1 to 2 assistant clerks, several e-poll book ballot inspectors, several machine inspectors, a deputy, and we always need super substitutes. Payment for election work depends on position. It is a 14 to 15-hour day, and the rate of pay will vary with the position. Most positions start at $8.75 per hour, and training is also paid at $8.05 per hour. Part of your paperwork will be completing your employment form and submitting your Social Security number. Please know we keep the safety and security of your information private to maintain the security of the information that you provide us. The clerk is the manager of the polling location. The clerk is usually someone very experienced and who is a seasoned problem solver. They pick up essential supplies and return them to our office and handle most of the paperwork. The assistant clerk is there to help. They are the clerk in training, and they help voters and other team members. They're responsible for setting up the electronic poll books and voting machines, and if needed, they step in for the clerk. The old e-poll book ballot inspectors help voters sign in using our new electronic technologies. They provide check-in voters with ballot materials and help assist voters who need to update their address or name. The machine inspector attends to the needs of voters at the voting machine. They help voters that wish to use the ADA session on our voting machine, and they help keep the privacy booths clean and in good working order. The deputy is for the outdoor type. They like to set up the voting here signs and other signs necessary. They are our watchful eyes outside and the very first person that a voter gets a chance to meet, so a smile is a real plus. Super substitutes are trained and are needed for every election. You will report to one of our election centers on election morning, and having your own transportation is important because you will be assigned to help join a team in need on election morning. Every attempt is made to place you in your voting precinct. However, please know that if you are flexible, we're able to find you a location much easier. If your schedule is not very flexible, then we may not be able to place you this election. Training, of course, is required by law, but you will be paid for training. There are day, evening, and weekend classes available. We have hands-on labs, and online reviews are available. We want to make sure that you are ready for the election. So what is your next step? Please give careful thought to being an election worker. It isn't for everyone. For those of us that love it, we look forward to working every election. If you've decided that being an election worker really isn't for you, please get involved. If this doesn't feel like the right thing for you, get involved with some other organization. Your county needs you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. I am Diana Mitchell Fulford, the elections coordinator, and I'll be your trainer for Election Day. Our phone number, email, and website are attached to this slide. We have 3 elections upcoming in 2016 that we'd like to have you prepared and involved in. March 15th, the presidential preference primary, August 30th, the primary election, and of course, the general election was November 8th. We thank you for watching this presentation and look forward to meeting you.